Hey girl, welcome to another episode of the Hey Girl podcast. I'm your host, Donna, and this week we're talking about consistency. I think what I'm doing right now is a great example of consistency. I started this podcast back in 2018 and was just doing occasional interviews here and there. And then I decided in January of this year to do my podcast 5 days a week. And so now I'm in the process of trying to be consistent with something that I set out to do. One of the things that I'm realizing why a lot of people struggle being consistent is that we don't anticipate the dip. There is a great book called The Dip by Seth Godin, and he says that anything worth pursuing will have a messy middle. What makes the dip even more challenging is that it typically hits after a period of initial success. This serves as a natural barrier to separate the quitters from those who go on to experience extraordinary success. Quitting is not a bad thing in itself. In fact, in the book, they talk about when to quit and what to quit so that you can focus your efforts on the things worth pursuing. So if you anticipate the dip, that part of the journey where you're not going to feel like doing it, you're not going to want to do it, and you're going to want to quit. If you decide what you're going to do ahead of time, when that happens, because it's going to happen, that helps you get through that dip. Knowing that you're facing a dip is the first step in getting through it. It's human nature to quit when things hurt and when it's uncomfortable. But if it's something that you're really focused on doing, that you really want to accomplish, you have to push through that dip. And when you do, you're not only going to feel exceptional, you'll be exceptional, because most people do not push through the dip. So what am I saying? Anticipate that there's going to be a point where you're tired of doing whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. It's going to happen. I'm telling you to anticipate it and decide what you're going to do to get through it. Are you going to journal? Are you going to call a friend? Are you going to allow yourself to take a break? Decide what it is that you're going to do when that dip comes. Do that and then get right back to doing what you need to do. We'll be back tomorrow with another episode of the Hey Girl podcast. Again, have a great rest of your day and let's be consistent. And hey girl, let's go.